What's up, y'all, man? We back on the set of TALKisH. We like 3 episodes into season 2. You know, as usual, I got my cast with me. I think that's the main cast now. So, to my right,
Chop, good to see you.
Hey, it's Robin. I'm back. I know you missed me last week. What's up? It's Nine. Shut up.
you know his name. TALKisH, man.
Chicks don't make it with 2 weeks with me, bro. If I talk to you for 2 weeks, we go together. You know what I'm saying? That's the longest relationship I'll be in. I'll be trying. Shit don't work.
Just wrapped up.
You already know.
My nigga PC.
PC did his thing, came
Hey,
through.
they say bring my business to life though, you dig? Like, really bring it to life, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I recommend him to anybody.
I recommend him to anybody, man, down here with Chapo the God. He did his thing, my boy.
Finally, the cameraman came to fuck with me.
Finally, man, he did his thing, man. You already know, cooking it up.
I've been a minute, but I'm gonna come back with more, especially I'm doing everything with PC, man. PC got my loyalty
man.
now.
Fuck with PC, I fuck with him.
I mean, he been having my loyalty as my man since high school and all that, but you on the video side of things, I'm coming to PC for everything.
And he come out.
He come. There's no rap. I take as much time as I need.
All into it.
Can't wait. So, here we
Chapo the God, yo, Eastern Candy, we in here.
What's up, y'all? Listen, man. We no funny games today. We just gonna be serious. We're gonna go right into it. We're gonna talk about domestic violence today. You know, men hitting women, women hitting men. You know, all of that. Let me start over here to the side of the table. You ever been in domestic violence? Either way. Right.
I put in some work, and I was getting work done. You know what I'm saying?
You liked it.
Oh, I ain't like it. You know, but I'm not the confrontational type, so I hate women that like. You know, you got the women that'll poke you in your head, you know, stuff like that, and spit on you. I mean, I've never been spit on, but the doink and maybe the smack. Sometimes you lose your cool, sometimes you don't. But you got some people that you push their button, they'll kill you. Like a man, a man would kill a woman. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't that type. But
Robin, either way, have you ever been in any kind of domestic anything?
Yeah, I have. It started off verbal, it went to physical, and it ended with breaking stuff. And I would really have to say that having my shit broken is much worse than being hit. Maybe I wasn't hit hard enough, I don't know. But I was like, can we go back to
I'm being serious when I say you got some demons you need to exercise.
Oh.
Seriously, because I haven't been hit hard enough.
No, I'm telling you, breaking my stuff actually was more extreme. And it was like the way they did it. Like one time they took my head unit out of my car, put it in the parking spot and ran it over and then left it in my spot. So when I came home, I rolled over it a second time.
you said they.
Well, he.
Maybe they was twins.
No, that's how, I mean, 2 people though. That's
I think I'm just used to saying they when I don't want to say a person's name.
Oh,
So,
okay. No, me. That was me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go to the side of the table I hate the most. You know, let me start with Steve. What about you, Steve? Have you ever done anything?
No, I never hit a woman. No, I've been tempted.
That's what's up.
I'll say what I learned is like I learned to walk
He's
away.
Christian. That's right.
I learned to walk away from a situation. I've been close to where I almost did, but I just punched the wall and I just left the house. And then I knew for myself, because I'm a good dude, I'm a nice dude in the day, I had to leave her because if you taking me to this point, you're not meant for me. Because I'm not this type, I'm not confrontational to the point I'm gonna just choke you or just knock your hell out. So it took me out my character, so I said I gotta be done with shorty.
As ratchet as you are, we're gonna have to assume you were. But
What? You assuming?
Have you ever been in anything domestic?
I've been in a domestic violence situation. I've also been the person to inflict domestic violence on someone. Yes, because not only did I almost lose my life, but I almost took. I was looking at attempted murder. Even though he did something to me, I inflict more bodily harm on him. Even though I was protecting myself, like I almost took this man's life, and that was because my past situations, being in a domestic violence situation, and then when I got out of it, told myself I would never let another man put his hands on me. So when he tried to, Babe, I gotta set you down.
So,
What?
It's been more than one.
But, you know,
It's been more than
I've
one
been-
instance.
It's either me or you. Like, you feel what I'm
I've
saying?
been-
In your situation, like,
It
you can't let nobody
wasn't-
do that.
it
to you.
wasn't even-
I don't blame you.
Yeah, it was more so flashbacks because the first domestic violence situation I was in, it was with my son's father, and I was there for a long time, and he almost took my life where I had to look. When I got up, my child was laying on my chest crying, face red, and I had to say, okay, I don't care if I live with him and he paying all the bills and he buying me this and he giving me this. I gotta get out of here for my child. I left that night with nothing, just me and my child and a few diapers. That's it. I went to a shelter. He tried to come look for me. I can't come back. And that situation just made me say, I would never let another, I know I'm worth more than it. I would never let a man put his hands on me in any way. And so when this man tried it, it was more so, no, we not doing it. I'm gonna show you that I'm just not that type person that you could do that to. That won't happen.
With those instances, right? You said that you were the one that inflicted bodily harm. Have you ever done it first? Like, were you?
No. When I was with my son's father, anything could have set him off. It was like walking on eggshells around that man. If I came in late, it didn't matter. If my son was crying, it didn't matter. Anything. And I didn't know that, but that was my fault because I didn't take the time to get to know him the way I should have. I just jumped in a relationship
I
with
don't
him.
even think that would have changed it though. Like,
But you know what?
Kick your ass,
But you know what? It would have changed it. It would have changed it because rather than me being with him for 3 months, and if I would have known that he was that person, he would have showed me that. If I would have, he would have already revealed it in time, and then that would have gave me the same. But then being with him for 3 months and then getting pregnant, and I got his baby, it was something totally different.
Yeah.
It was a lot to it.
So one question I have for like a lot of women that actually been through the, a lot of viewers probably got this question, like, why do women stick around after like that man has like beaten you or hitting you or verbally abused you?
Oh, you can verbally abuse
Is
women.
it for like?
You can verbally abuse women. No wrong with that. You just, can't fuck them up.
I can't speak for the women that if it was because of fear, but in my situation, the first time that he actually hit me, we were arguing in the car, and I kicked something in the car. I didn't hit him, and he punched me in my face.
See, that's what I'm saying. You got your two different.
When I looked at him, he looked scared. He looked just as scared as I was. Like, he looked like, what the fuck, did I really just hit her? So I felt like it was like he didn't mean it. Although I was really upset with him, I felt like he didn't mean it because he really looked shocked at himself. He looked like, wow, what did I just do?
But you got your type that'll just sock the shit out you for no reason. Then you got your type like that you antagonize. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, my situations, it never was I'm mad, pop.
Right.
Like, it was like me trying to get out the crib or me telling a person, me getting on somebody and they get mad. Now they want to be the aggressor. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Now, what I'm gonna say, mostly people out there are not gonna agree with, but I don't feel like men should beat up women.
Yeah, like,
But-
off you, scare 'em. Probably. Like,
Something, you know what I mean?
probably,
I feel like
you know what I'm saying?
I don't feel, well, really, I don't feel like nobody should be picked on or hate on or no. I feel like that don't have a place in any relationship, friendships, or nothing like that. We should have different ways to get things too. But when you try to get things to your kids, your parents beat you.
Man, you never know.
No, hold on. Listen to me for a second.
said
When
what?
your parents was trying to get shit through to you as a kid, they beat you, and they tell you they beating you out of love. Listen to me.
Beating on somebody else's child. What's
No,
this
no, no,
with me?
no, no. Your
No, listen.
Listen to me. You didn't even let me get my point
Go
out.
ahead.
You didn't let me get my point out. By me hitting you and I'm hitting you out of love to teach you a lesson, maybe some of us carry that over into adulthood that, okay, this is how I can get my point across. I'm just saying it's a possibility that we carry those same teachings over into adulthood and we go, okay, well, this is how I deal with a situation. Or women out there who feel like aggression is the only way to deal with certain things. Because any situation that I've been hit by women, and I've hit women. I ain't never beat a bitch to death. Nothing like that. I ain't never thrown her under the car, black no eyes, or nothing like that. You know what I mean? It's a choke. You got to do something at some point, like you said, to get away.
I'm sorry. I just want to. When you say I never hit a woman, and then you say I never beat a bitch to death. Is that seems like it's like taken away from the woman by calling her a bitch? It's okay to beat her to death. Like, it just seems like those.
Okay, I didn't.
He's using that
I didn't beat
word.
the woman to
Like,
death.
Is this love
You would hit a woman, but you
like I could pop you upside your head, but I'm not beating you down. That's what it sounds like to me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's situations where I felt like I've talk about here, or we come up with these things from real life situations. So I kind of went through something, or I had been through something, and I just gotta know one thing from all of y'all. If you saw your man girl out, like your homie, his girl, or his baby mom, or somebody that you know that he care about. If you saw her out and doing her thing with another guy.
Let me tell you why though. Because it's just like that's your man. Your loyalty lies with your man.
If it was me, I want somebody to tell me. That's one thing. I want my man to tell me. I'm like, yo, like, you know what Shantae was at? Like, I'm like, all right, have a nice. If you seen my bitch out, man, you ain't say something to me, man. Like, you might as well hand me a fair one.
Oh my God.
Like your brother's wife out. Would you tell? Like, would you tell your brother?
If it's my brother's wife, I may just snap on Shorty at the time. That's my brother. First of all, like, he married me. I'm snapping. I made FaceTime on like, hey, yo, bro, like, you see this?
This is why I can't say nothing. No lie. I found out that my pop was married before. You don't tell. Now, women, y'all go by a different code.
Yo, I'm dying to see what y'all think about this. Like, leave some comments, do anything. Like,
Right.
Because, like, I'm really against what Brandon is.
I don't feel as though no man, like, when an argument pop off and y'all do fight, that it take it to the point where as though you trying to kill that person. You feel what I'm saying? But when it does go down, there's no way you should beat her down. All right, a little choke, man, get off me and get out. Like, your shit should be a choke or a push to get the fuck out of it. That's as far as domestic violence
Only
should go.
choke me during sex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, all right, a choke. Let me take a choke back. I'm not gonna ball my fist up to a woman. No, it's just like holding you down, pinning you down, and stuff like that.
What you was trying to get the point across earlier, be what you were saying is that basically the abused person become the abuser, basically. So like, if you were like hit on or beat on or like molested as a child, sometimes you take as an adult, you carry that over and you become that abuser. But the thing is, like, most men, like you said earlier, men are trained to de-escalate the situation. We're trained to walk away. Usually, right? And I'm saying that my thing is like, we don't put that same responsibility on the female community too. Y'all don't have a moment where y'all say, let me de-escalate it, let me calm down, let me get myself together, and we'll talk about this again before I blow up.
See,
y'all don't have that same.
I can't say that about every female because, like I said, in my situations, I was never the one that just came just jumped out the box with the rah-rah stuff. It was always brought to me. But what I'm saying is, my mother always said, you never try to fight a man because he can lay you out. The only thing you need to do for a man is to respect that man. Any female that just decides to put her hand on any man, she don't respect you. That's it. She sees you like a bitch. That's why she treating you like one. But yeah, I've seen it.
I partially agree with that.
I've seen it.
I partially agree with that.
Females jumping their boyfriend's face. You bitch ass nigga. Da 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 this. You broke. You this. You that. She don't respect you. But if she respects you, yes. But if she respects you as the man that you are, she will never do that.
I support what you said. I'm saying, like you said, she must not respect you. And then, like, when it happened, that's what I asked. Like, damn, what the fuck you think I'm a nut? Like, you don't
respect him. Why you still with him?
My reasons for staying was my own reasons, and everybody's reasons ain't the same. You know, I had my own reasons why I stayed. But I do know that any man that I'm with, I will respect you until you show me that I cannot respect you. When you show that in my face, there's no reason for me to take
the man is the woman is the aggressor, not in physically hitting anybody, but verbally or whatever.
Right.
How should the man handle it?
I was the aggressor. It started off verbally, and I that's why I relate to what you said, how you were treated as a child, because, that's how, if I acted up, I was told, like, I was dumb or I didn't do this right. So whenever he would not do things right, I would really give it to him, like, bad. Like, I was like putting him in a corner, damn near. It was like a fight, but I was fighting with my words. And once he got used to that and it didn't give me enough reaction, then, like, I realized he just would make it seem like it was a joke, so he would laugh instead of getting mad. And then so I'm like, well, now I gotta push you.
Now you gotta go.
Now I gotta.
Same
It's
thing
like
your
I had
parents
to
did when
keep
you didn't listen
doing
enough.
more because I had to make him pay attention. I had to make him listen.
Well, you
and
felt
take
like
it serious.
you, and that, at that time, that's the only way you knew how to deal with the situation. But there's a million other ways.
I was just recently in a relationship where I did do some things that I wasn't too proud of with this person, and I knew that the person cared about me, and basically I just felt like they was a bit soft. They wasn't as hard as I normally I just felt like they were soft, and I was able to do certain things to them, and they kept letting me do these things. I was wrong, and but they kept letting me do these things, and every time I kept coming back and I said, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, and then it was, oh, I'm calling him names or I'm talking about him and stuff like that, and then one day he just said, yo, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, he said it's not me, no coming back. Like, I'm done. Like, I can't keep letting you treat me this way. And in that tone, I realized that all, like, these two, like, everything that I inherited from them two gentlemen doing what they did, I did it to him. I'm pretty sure it was plenty of times he felt like he wanted to put his hands on me. He told me one time, like, you don't know what it took for me not to slam you into a wall. He just said, I'm better than this. I'm not gonna keep...
It's kind of equivalent to this. They do this experiment or they do this training, right? I'm talking about circus animals now. You know, I go off left sometimes. Elephants, I don't know if y'all ever been to the circus. You know, if y'all been to the circus, y'all ever seen like this big elephant, they tie the string around his leg? Yeah. And like this real little thin piece of like yarn or something, and he walks and he can't break it. You ever seen that happen? Have anybody ever seen that? No. You seen something like that?
I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going with this? Okay. So when that happens, right, it's not that the elephant, obviously the elephant can break fucking yarn by walking. Right. But what they do to elephants when they're born, and they designate the elephant for the circus, they put a chain around a baby elephant's leg, a thick ass chain. So when he walks, he can't move. So that chain is on that same leg every day of his life until he's grown. So when he puts that yarn on the leg, when it's a full-grown elephant ready for showtime, what do you think the elephant feels? The chain or the yarn?
The chain.
Exactly. It's the same chain. They feel like it's the same chain holding them back. It's the same chain. So they can break it, but they can't break it. It's a mental thing. Right. It's a mental thing. They can't break it. And that example applies to a million things across the board. Right. But as far as the domestic violence, that's why women don't necessarily lead.
In that situation, it was a little different because it seems like he was just being the aggressor and you didn't really have a reason to feel guilty, although you might have felt some type of guilt because that's what women do to ourselves sometimes. But in my situation, I was doing things wrong. So once it got to violence, I really thought that it was all my fault and I started it. So I started feeling like, I felt like I turned him into a bad person. I'm like, damn, I'm ruining people out here.
Like for me to be aggressive to a person that I knew that cared about me was just wrong. But I didn't know how to, I didn't know how to separate that. I didn't know how to, like, my anger would cause me to hit somebody. And that's what somebody did to me because their anger caused them to hit me. And all I did and do was turn around and do it to them. And that's not right. I don't feel like anybody in any situation, I don't care. You should not be hit on. You shouldn't be belittled. You shouldn't be disrespected any type of way. It shouldn't happen at all. If it's happening, then you need to go. And I know that's like easier said than done because I've been there and it took me almost to like literally die before I said, yo, I gotta go. But you gotta know your worth. You gotta know what you stand for, who you are at the end of the day. I know who I am. So a man will never be able to put his hands on me ever in his life. But that's what you gotta know. And that's something that anybody in that situation has to come to on their own.
I mean, until today, like, I mean, and y'all shine the light on a lot of different topics that opened my eyes today. Like, I always felt the man like solely responsible because, like, as I've done and so many other men, that you could just walk away because, as you said, since kids we never hit a woman walk away from this situation. But listening to Robin, like Robin said, she kind of felt like she brought that on herself because she antagonized this guy and provoked him the whole entire time to do so. So. I mean, like, it's a tough situation. Like Nas said, no one should ever hit anyone, period, though, man. Everyone deserves that level of respect.
Once he started to realize the pattern of how I acted, and people would be like, what are you doing, to Robin? She's so nice. He's like, well, I got to show y'all how she really acts. Exactly. So then he would be manipulative because he would know that he could get me upset. So let's say we're somewhere. One time we were out to eat, and he was like, you acting like a fucking bitch tonight. and when we get back, I'm gonna drop you off and I'm gonna go see somebody else. Whispers it to me. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Y'all fucking hate you. And he just kept whispering the shit, and I'm screaming to him my responses. So after that, he always put me in situations to make me seem crazier than I really was.
Right there,
Yo.
that's mental abuse.
Who gives a shit? You need to be mentally strong. I can't help that you dumb. Listen. Listen. I do that shit all the time. I do that shit all the time. Yo, my baby mom be like, oh, you not answering the phone because you were the bitch? Yup. And that just make her go off. Like if I was right there, she'd probably stab me.
When it comes to domestic violence, they want us to be on either the male side or the female side, but it's not any right side. There's some women that are broken and have issues and maybe cause the domestic violence situations, but there's also men that have issues.
Yeah.
So pretty much nobody should hit each other. That's really how it should go. We really can't say. And a lot of men get upset because when domestic violence gets serious, it's usually a woman being hurt because men are stronger and y'all can hurt us easier. So that's why people are always sticking up for the women. It's not saying that the other side doesn't happen, but we need to really not make it a man or woman thing. It needs to be really a case by case situation.
Right.
Oh hell no, not something that broad. Be case by case. As broad as that is, no. Who has it?
What men do you know that are abused that are really like you're really worried about them?
Yes, but look, you say you demeaning it. You say you demeaning it as if we're supposed to be able to deal with it. You demeaning. You did exactly what I said before we even started shooting.
Okay.
Wait, you doing exactly what I said before we started shooting.
I just want to say that if you are man or woman in a domestic violence, you should leave. I'm telling you, if nothing is going to get better, the only thing that's going to happen is it's going to intend to get worse, and someone can die. So you need to leave.
Listen, I agree with that. If you're going, no, listen, and I don't encourage this at all, but if you're going to hit a woman, don't hit him in the head. They can like take punches. They can take.
Dog, I dare y'all, no antlers. Talk ish, you need answers. Nothing less than that real. Talk ish, cause you feel yourself like you want an ecstasy pill. Talk ish, cause you real. And these other niggas just ain't though. Talk